Hello and welcome to this kind of experiment that I want to make in order to make a little discussion, a little just walking, not building, a discussion with Benjamin Bennett. You'll have to excuse my little frame rate. My PC is not good, so I hope that this works. But let's just walk and let's just talk about a little about everything or anything. Actually, I'm just sit. I'm not really walking, my character is walking, so am I really walking? I don't know what you could say. So the deviations of art can take a lot of paths, can take a lot of expressions and discussions, and I'm not trying to say, or you should not accept that just everything can be art just a priori. Instead, we make questions about things, and how far can you push those questions? Everything can be art in the way that it has the potential to be art, not that it is art just because. So this thing is not art, but the question is what could be art if we can find it in this illusion of walking. Everything in art can have different layers depending on who you are speaking to. Or better said, who is watching. It all depends on his cultural context. But I'll try to point out all those contexts once I identify them. For example, one layer that we can observe is first the thing of walking. Even though you are watching this character walking, myself, I'm not walking, I'm just relaxed. I'm just chill in my chair. Another layer could be that this character is not even walking, it's just you know, a sequence of frames in your device that giving the illusion that something is walking. In that very same sense, we could even ask ourselves if once we see the videos of Benjamin, is he really walking? Is the video actually the action of walking, or is just the interpretation of walking through video? I don't know if this will have any kind of repercussions or any kind of debate. I'm also doing this because there are just a few months that Benjamin has made any kind of content, and I want to say that we are expectant, that we are not forgiven, forgot. We have not forgotten. What's the word to say we remind him? Sorry, I'm not native speaker. And do not expect any other of these episodes. I'm just doing this one only. Just to make a little extra discussion, extra awareness about the work of Benjamin. Now, when we do reflections, when we debate, when we use our arguments in art, we use our work to claim what we believe in, what we are trying to say, or not trying, but we are saying. And it is interesting that once you put in words those things that you are trying to say with your work, some questions arise. Because now the word turns into a work of art? Or are we breaking the rules that you shall not specifically explain your arguments through specific word, through specific philosophy inquirings? You must say it by work. So the work of Benjamin is interesting in that way, because instead of using any other kind of work to show the ideas that he's giving, he's just saying them in a very peculiar way. It's not just talking, but also walking. But so why the walking? Is it for himself, or is it for us to not get bored, to give some action to the world? Because at the end, it's also the work, not just the words. So it's kind of reflective. What do you think about that? Or what do you read about Benjamin's work? Just recently, before starting this video, I saw his video about, let me just search real quick, new directions in idiophony. I think that video is kind of interesting. I'm kind of sad that he disables comments. I know there is always mean people that critique everything. They take it very serious, very personal. And I want to say, actually, about taking things personal in art is that art itself is just a big tree, a big forest. Oh wow, this place is spectacular. Really amazing. So the thing with art is that it's a big forest and it have an original root. This original root is Renaissance and the idea of art. And we actually must understand that art itself is just that. It's a big tree or a big forest, and doing one thing doesn't deny the other. Even though some postures or some lectures about art try to imply that, you know, traditional art is obsolete, but it is not. It is not a wasted point of argument. I have seen recent works of painters that do some very interesting things. I myself have my own personal two great postures about art, traditional art, in painting and in drawing. Actually, I want to give drawing a more strong presence. Okay, so this biome I'm kind of scared because I could get stuck, and this is not about walking and getting stuck in guys. So let me just search for another place. So Do not take this video if you do not know the work of Benjamin Bennett. Do not take this work personal. This work is not denying painting, nor drawing, nor sculpture, nor anything like that. It's just another way of thinking through art, because at the end, art is about a question and giving questions. Art is not about giving answers, a definite answer. It's more about what do you see and what do you read about this. Of course, there is an intention. Right at this very moment, I am not a very particular intention with this. I'm just doing this. Taking the work of someone that I really like his work and trying to give it a little twist. We don't even ask ourselves what role does the viewer is playing right now when seeing these videos. Let's just change the point of view. Now this can be done in any procedural generated terrain video game, or even not necessarily a video game. This could be done in No Man's Sky, or in any clone of Minecraft. It could be done in Hytale if Hytale were released someday, hopefully. Now my particular relationship with Minecraft is that I make a lot of worlds. I made a lot of worlds and I'm never satisfied. Sometimes I just feel stuck in one place and then I see no point in building on more stuff. But recently I just find that walking is what I want to do. in this game. Because you can see at your own pace everything that this has to offer. At the end, for this kind of exercise, the terrain is kind of convenient, but the truth is that I also do not like the new terrain when I'm, playing more regularly, because the biomes are just so huge. They are bigger than pre 1.18 large biomes. Large biomes were huge, and these ones are even bigger. So finding other biomes is really tiring. Just look how much we have been in this same cold biome. So not a great fan about that, and also because my low-end PC cannot stand the new heights of the game. I actually play regularly in 1.16.5 because playing in newer versions inevitably require you to have a lot of mods in order to work. So another question that you might be asking yourself is if I have the right to do this. I don't want to appropriate this. I'm just having a little discussion here with another work. I do like to do that. I don't do it regularly, but I do like to do that, to have discussions with artists, to answer their question with another question. That ship was very loud. Let me say that question again. With my work, sometimes in contemporary works I made, do questions, answer questions with another question. That's kind of fun, because you extend even further the work itself. And I do not want to appropriate, as I mentioned earlier, I do not want to make any kind of series about this. It's just this one and it's over. Do not expect others. What we do have to expect is more walking and talking of Benjamin. Now, I have never seen an sitting and smiling video complete. I just cannot do that. It's just too much. But I do understand the interesting parts that are happening in that works, because it's just too much effort. It is so curious to think about it, because it's just too much work, and yet it seems that nothing is happening. But it's just so much dedication, so much time put it in one single thing. And at the end it turns into hours and hours of just sitting and smiling. What an interesting way of tackling that. And other important thing to say is that you don't have to like all expressions of art, not even the traditional one. I personally do not like just realism for itself. I prefer more expressionist paintings and drawings. You know, when you can see the brush and the traces of the materials, that's the plastic thing, and that's what matters in art for me. Hyperrealism doesn't say anything. I do not read anything. And in contemporary art, the works that I like the most, and the works that I mean, the works that I do that I like are, besides this, is the ones that are ironic, very cynical, because you cannot be so complacent. This one looks really neat. Let me just... Wow. It's very wide. So cool. I hope I don't get stuck in ice. Wow. So I think that art right now, specifically contemporary art, is now very complacent. Everyone cheers themselves up. Everyone just keep their own, how is it said in English? I don't know. When you palm someone in the back, everyone's just doing that. Oh, you're doing a great job. Yes, you are treating these issues. Congratulations. You're a good artist, and that's kind of lame for me. They are just stuck in the same discussion, in the same idea, and no one has the right to question, and that's the problem. Do you see now? That is the problem. How can I not ask questions as an artist, especially in contemporary art? We are used to ask questions, and the very same idea of being unable to ask questions about the things that are right now in society is not healthy. We must ask questions. We must be constantly and inevitably inquiring. We must always ask questions. Even if people get mad, any people, Because if we do not do the questions because we have fear to be rejected, then we are not being an artist. We're just being just an ordinary person trying to be complacent with others. We are just waiting for approval. That leads us to nowhere. We must not wait for approval. And for me, it's very hard because I'm not used to rejection. And I haven't ever exposed some of my contemporary works in this way. So I know that there will be people that will not agree. We must not sacrifice our questions or inquirings just because for the fear of being rejected. We must not produce art just for the heck, I don't know, to having some claps in our back. Because then we are actually doing nothing. We are not doing anything that contributes to nothing. No discussion, no reflection. If we all agree and we force ourselves to agree, then we're not moving forward. We're just stuck. So sometimes the work of Benjamin feels like it's kind of useless. It's something that's trying to be, and that's actually not being profound. But at the end, it's the same thing as the champ. It gets absorbed. It always gets absorbed. It always gets institutionalized and studied. Oh, the inevitability of the futile I just wanted to ensure that this was still recording. So at the end, people start to make reflections around it, and that's where the work turns in something preservable and remarkable and everyone talks about it and remembers it. At the end, the institution or the institutionalization about the works is what makes them endure. So it is a funny loop. At the end, if you really want to make a discussion or a reflection about the fragility or the I don't know the word. In Spanish is efímero. I don't know how to translate it, but well, that word. About the things that we do, or how some works can be like that. You just simply don't publish them, because in the moment you publish them, they get inquired and reflected. And people argue about that. So it's no longer a work so ephemeral. Let me search for the translation of the word. So at the end, this thing that I'm doing now, when I think about it, it's a mixture of walking and talking and sitting and smiling, because right now I'm just sit and, well, I'm not smiling, but kind of. Ephemeral? I don't know. Well, that word. I think I'll also had to swim, walking and talking and swimming. Maybe. I'm trying to avoid that. I also break a block, so, well, some inevitability. Unless I walk in the bottom of the ocean, at the end I'm playing pacifist, so I hope I will not die. I was thinking the other island. Anyway, I just don't know how Benjamin do it to talk 4 hours continually. I'm just running out of ideas. But it is an interesting exercise. How far can you push yourself to think and to reflect? Reflect, is that the word? Yes, reflect. How much can I reflect? Sometimes these work are kind of spontaneous, and that's kind of weird for me because I do try sometimes to be spontaneous, but I find myself uh, judging myself. You know, you must not be very spontaneous in art. You must plan, and you must plan ahead, and you must have, you know, this kind of pulchritude, you know, in your works, and that's what stops me sometimes to do some things. But right now I'm trying to be the most spontaneous that I can. It's just that I don't understand happening, and I don't like it either. So I don't know if happening has to do with just mere being spontaneous, or if there is also some kind of planning ahead, because at the end there is some planning there. You are not just doing that just because. At the end you are having that intention in the first place. There is no true spontaneousness. What a ravine! I thought that this were just vanished. It's the first time that I see a ravine since 1.18. Okay, that's very cool. And a mine shaft really down there. I'm kind of debating myself if I should go down there and walk in the mines, but I don't know, it's too dark, and I don't think I have dynamic lightnings, and if my computer is going really slow right now, just imagine having dynamic lights. It's gonna make it slower. No, I think I will not fall. I will not go down there. But maybe I am missing some spectacular cape terrains. Maybe these two should be walking and talking and crafting. If I find a village, then I'll also steal and stealing their torches. Maybe. And some blocks so I do not get stuck. But it's funny, I haven't found any village. And I think I do enable structures. Well, in any case, Specifically talking about this game, the last update about Whisper Forest, I don't remember the name. You know, the idea is cool, but the execution is not cool. You know, I mean, I have been in this world for 45 minutes and I have seen none. At the time that you encounter one, you are already quite strong, so we know what happened when we found a biome in this world, any world. You are not just for the sake of, oh, I want to live the experience of the biome, I'll stay there. No, you'll just gather some saplings, some resources, and off you go. Nobody's gonna stay at night just to wait for the crickets to attack them. That makes no sense. So the idea is good, the concept is good, but it is not well executed for the player base. So it's kind of sad. Instead of being maybe a biome, it should have spawned in all biomes. That creaking mob, you know, attached to all trees, and maybe you go to the, you know, whispering or silent forest, I don't remember the name, just for to get an item to block them, or maybe just nothing. I don't know how to fix it. And speaking of seeds, by the way, also speaking about this game, I want to recommend you another seed, and that is one of the seeds more impressive that I have found. I do like to, whenever I do a world, to give it a name for the seed. I mean, it's still random, I do not know the seed a priori, but if I like that seed, I can recall it and I can remember it and use it again in the future. So the seed that I'm thinking is one called Caverna Magica. This is an album made by Andreas Vollenweider. I recommend you that album and all the Andreas Vollenweider discography. He is very astonishing in what he do, but specifically it must be placed exactly as the name of the album, Caverna Magica, in capitals, the two words, and without accent. Caverna Magica is a Spanish phrase, but Magica should have had an accent, and Andreas Vollenweider didn't put the accent in the name, and it's very funny because at the end that exact same seed with those two words in capital without the accent, just put that seed, Caverna Magica. I'll put it in the description exactly how you must put it, and that seed, I don't know, let me recall exactly when parity with Bedrock and Java occur is where that seed started to be very interesting. You spawn in a beach next to a jungle biome and next to an entrance of a cave, but the cave is massive. It's just huge. It's more huge than all the caves that I have found recently. These entrances are small compared to the one of Caverna Magica. Just look at this. This is small. It's just tiny. Caverna Magica is, this entrance is like 4 or 5 times bigger, and you can see up to very down. And when you have your render distance, you cannot even see the end of the cave. It's just huge, and it is so funny that the seed Caverna Magica pop-ups that in Java you also have a shipwreck next to you, and that's also very funny. In Bedrock you do not have it, and if you walk a little bit you will also find a village that is surrounded by huge mountains, and I haven't explored that seed further because I really like that seed in the place where it belongs. So some good things happen with this actualization of 1.18. Another thing that I do not like is precisely this. See how much we have just walked. 50 minutes and we just found this savanna biome. How much of a cold biome we were in, and just how far this savanna is. And if you are lucky, you'll find all the all the warm biomes. I do not like that. The biomes are just very far away, just because they change it to be, uh, weather dependent, no, warm dependent biomes. Okay, so we'll take some torches. Anyway, we are playing peaceful, so it doesn't matter. Okay, one stone block, perfect. I'm just being sarcastic. I hope to get a lot of torches, and I will get some stone and some stuff. Okay, this is big. This is big, but it is small. I mean, I really mean it. Caverna Magica is just a monstrosity of a cave. Well, this place is really cool. Oh, interesting. Just talking about Minecraft still, I have been playing Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, and I do like that version a lot. I think it's my favorite. I think the world with I have spent the most time is there in the beta, Minecraft beta, because the terrain is so cool. I mean, when they made these caves and cliffs update, they just should have recovered the beta terrain generation. They were perfect. They just missed it. This is very cool. I mean, this one looks cool, but beta is just another. Is way better, and they should have just amplified it. Doing this Red stop moving, red. This is the only thing that I do not like about the Caverna villages. As they are never very well placed because just so much cascades and water flows, and they still have this book. They still have it. Doesn't matter what they do. This box still exists. It's funny, since I disabled the day-night cycle, is that all villages are still in bed. Funny. Alright, I was collecting this. I forgot. Another funny thing is that they haven't even take the bother to change the structure, since now you need considerably less torches to prevent monsters spawning, yet still they kept, you know, 2 or 3 torches inside a house, which is completely unnecessary. Oh, look, a shipwreck. Okay, so now this will be officially walking and talking and swimming, because there will be no other way. Maybe this will be useful. I'll have to enable the GUI again in order to get a little detail, just in case. Why is it really necessary? I don't know. Do you think it's necessary? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe just moving away. Or just moving very away from the original intention. Let's just forget about this for now. I do want to collect the torches. That I will keep. So the purpose of things, sometimes Benjamin mentioned the purpose of doing things, and he debates himself in this situation. Maybe he's trying to confirm himself. I don't know. With these inquirings about legitimacy or intention about these exercises. I don't know if that's a real question or if it's just for the sake of, doing some interesting debates. I think I have to return. At the end, I had to return, so in the path I'll get the treasure. So one thing that you artists do, and I have noticed, is that we constantly kind of avoid having some relationships with cultural instances of things. Now at the end, if an artist who art feels good for himself, or he's good addressing political, social situations. I mean, if I ever get to use any pop elements, then they must be, kind of a joke. You must not take that very seriously. I do feel that there can't be any serious reflections surrounding any kind of pop things. Not even Warhol. Even Warhol do it in a very, superficial kind of thing. How enchanting, this little I am here. So at the end that I'm using Minecraft can be seen as unprofessional thing. It can be seen as not very deep reflection, not very deep or taking seriousness. And I'm doing that right now. Right now I'm feeling like, is this even worth it? Is this even a real argument? A real reflection? A real point of interest? Or is it just something that is not interesting to think about? I don't know. I don't know if you have even reached to this point of the video. Nor if you will stay there maybe for this long? I think I'm returning, right? Where am I? So I don't know. I mean, that's the whole point again. I mean, we are to do questions. At the end, it's everyone says, you know, this thing is weak. Maybe you should have done it this way. You should have done it that way. Or I do understand the point. Or maybe you didn't really have any intention or any clear objectives with this. That's why it doesn't work. But maybe it should work. I mean, again, I will not do any more experimentations with this. It's just this one. But then, returning to the thing of the layers, these finally have reached the point of debate where we get to say if this is something debatable or something, I just forgot the word, something that is worth it to mention. I don't know. Just like sometimes Benjamin says, you know, or debates his things. I was even considering adding some mods to these walking and talking, because, you know, in the videos of Benjamin there is ambient sound. He's in the forest and this forest has no sounds, but I think the mod that adds sounds is not in the most recent update. That's one thing, and the other is that my computer will just explode, and I don't want that. I work and I play on this little laptop, so adding some more ambient sounds kind of a bad idea. Now I don't remember if in any time Benjamin gets some rain, but I do have it here. I hope that the audio is okay now that I think about it, because I'm using some headphones and I'm not sure if they will do the work. So doing the walking and talking, what's the objective? Why walking and talking? It's just because we sometimes as artists, we find ourselves struggling into think what will be appealing. And maybe that's also why I choose Minecraft, because, you know, it's appealing in a way. It's still relevant somehow. So we try to get to an audience. Oh, by the way, speaking about audience, my channel is in Spanish, so if you find this video charming and you want to subscribe and such, and you expect to find some more content in English, maybe it will not happen. But I will do have some videos about my process, and the process, it doesn't matter because it will not have no voice. But yeah, the others, I mean, I'm doing this video in English because Benjamin talks in English and the name of the action is walking and talking, and I didn't want to translate it. Also because, people identify it as such in English. If I translate it, nobody that sees him will get to this. So, I think this maybe might be just some new chunks because it's trying to load. So yeah, how to be relevant? I mean, I personally find it hard. And I personally find it hard to try to find a way to communicate the things that I do. How to make it appealing. Because at the end, well, the work itself, it does not add anything. It's just meaningless. For example, I do pareldolias, and the pareldolias are just that. It's just a visual effect, and just it's the process of doing it. But I do not find the way of how to make it appealing because I could just record myself or the drawing just one monotone camera angle, but people will get bored, and that's the only reason why I change it. It's not because I believe that it changes or it adds something to the work, but rather because it's necessary to retain attention. Now let's try this. Good work. Even with the slowness. Yeah. So I don't know. But whatever, my ambient sounds are outside. Not just in the game, but here in my house. Let's not crop them. So, for us artists, it's kind of annoying in a way because we now must force ourselves to make the work appealing in the way that it captures the viewer, because people is getting so used to see art through social media, anti-social media, I call it that way. So you need to find the languages so people find it interesting to see, or interesting to retain, or interesting to debate. But the truth is that art doesn't need it, and we should not endorse it. And that is the problem, because our language is not meant to be written in virtual space. In any case, the works that we do must confront that virtual experiences. But the thing is that, for example, my pareldolias work has nothing to do with the virtual or the social media experience. It just has to do with itself. It has to do with the infinite drawing, and it has to do with the process of making something, um, the quasi-abstract things, but it nothing has to do with the social media. And again, you are forced to speak that language and to try to force it to fit into your work, and that's where it breaks, and that's why it's not working. At least for me, it's not working. When I, for example, just try to upload my works in Instagram, and that's also why I don't upload very frequently, because I do not feel comfortable. I wish that you could just see the image and appreciate it, but we are in a moment where images are not appreciated for themselves. Instead, we need to be entertained, and that is a huge problem. And arts need to be also entertaining. And I'm not meaning by this that, art is superior, blah blah blah. You need to be elevate. I'm not saying that. But art do serve some purpose. And that's the thing. Precisely with this, for example. Is this video serving some purpose? I am doing some with this, but in any case, in general, art is serving some purpose, any purpose, more than just entertaining. And that's why it is not completely compatible with social media. Because the point of social media is to be entertained, to capture your attention, and it is designed that way. That's why I'm not even hoping that at this point anybody will ever listen to this part. Only those who already know Benjamin, or only those who already understand that's happening, maybe will give themselves the time to listen. But the public in general will not watch this. Because it's not sufficiently entertaining. And that is where we also as artists struggle, because when we are in college or when we are studying arts, some teachers tells us that art must be something specifically for the soul, or specifically for the heck of itself, that you must not sell it, that you must not go for profit. But the problem is that only those who truly valorate art are those who are willing to pay for it. So you have a mental issue here, or just an issue, any issue, in which you are in this in between, and you spend years and years just struggling with yourself, with your morality about selling or not selling your work, because it is hard. It's hard to be an artist, and people in general don't valorate it. People in general don't buy it. People in general prefer to be entertained, and it's not their fault. It's fault of these psychological things that are these anti-social media, where they force you to be attached, where they force you to be in this constant depression that needs to be fulfilled with these brief moments of dopamine. I I really hate that. Social media should not have been that. Social media should have been like, I do like to recall High Five and MySpace, where this is your profile and people go inside your profile and watch your thing as if it were a little web page. And the social media should have worked in that you post links directly to websites. And by the way, also should have been easier to make a web page, in the sense that, yes, precisely when you have your computer open, people have access to your web page, and you only share your web page through your social media. But the way things are right now, it's just that even the more subtle things suddenly become boring, and we do not hold until the end. I mean, I also want to finish this right now. I also want just to, you know, playing other games, or maybe just being entertained. So that's why I'm also thinking that art right now, it is a revolutionary thing. Doing art, because it's not just entertainment, it serves a purpose. I do not attach the idea of purpose in feelings, not for art. And one idea that I do not like about art is when they say that art fits the soul. I mean, what do you mean with art fits the soul? That makes no sense. The soul is immortal. If you're talking about something that needs to be fit, it's because it's mortal. It's because if it does not fit, it dies. So the soul doesn't need to be fit. That's why I do not endorse the idea that art fits the soul. It do have some purposes. It do gives you a pleasant uh, I don't know how to call it. Mm, pleasant rewards, maybe pleasant lectures, enjoyable pleasures. I don't know. I mean, because it makes you wonder, it makes you thinking, it makes you appreciate visually, aesthetically, plastic. It makes you valorate a lot of stuff. It's not just I'm being entertained and I'm happy what I saw. Next thing, no. It, it's different in the way that you valorate the little aspects, and maybe that's what is important in art: the little things, that you read in art. And I'm not saying that in all cases, and I'm not saying less is more. It do applies, but not in all cases. But yeah, and that's the problem with putting art in social media, because it actually is not making any reflections. Maybe the only artist that I see that somehow tackles it is Ai Weiwei. He tackles, social media things in art, with art, regardless of art, whatever, in an interesting way. But for me, that is a little problem in the way that now you, as an artist inserted in social media, must be doing art at all times, at all moments. Every publication, every little thing must have a meaning, must have something that you must read in it, a lecture about it. And that's another thing into forcing art into social media, that now you are predominantly forcing people or forcing yourself to always have a lecture about the things that you are doing, the things that you are posting. Everything needs to have a meaning, and that's another reason why I don't post too much, because of that. And that is another problem with Ai Weiwei, for example, because whenever he posts, some people understand, some people don't understand, and sometimes he people take him very seriously. And where is the balance? Because we also need to find an in between of seriousness in art. Because if you are too serious, then you become, I don't know the word. Wow. Look about this. And look about that. Water physics on the bottom. Great work. Yeah, we want to see a lot of water. Of course. Interesting. Not as huge as Caverna Magica. Not as huge. If you take yourself too seriously, then you get offended by these kind of questions, by these kind of works. And if you do not take yourself seriously at all, then I don't know what you are doing. Nobody understands. I think at the end, the thing is that you cannot please everyone, but we really want to do some collaborations with society. I do want to make some collaborations with society, especially in art, especially in the regards of IA, artificial intelligence. I said the capitals in Spanish, no, the AI. Because again, art doesn't work in social media, and some artists, for me as a plastic artist, as a painter, as a drawer, I do not care. I really do not care about what's happening in IA. The problem is that I am inserted in this social media context. That is the problem. The problem is that I do not find ways to express myself and my work to be seen. The problem is that people forgot, and even ourselves as artists forget, that art, especially plastic art, needs to be validated in person. You must see the work in, live to fully validate it. And people is trying to force, even artists is trying to force the valoration of art in social media through just posting the image. Oh, look, my image is so pretty. And we get to the problem again. We know that art is not just about being pretty. In fact, the most of the time is not about being pretty. It's about the plastic things, you know, the appreciations of the material, the appreciation of the technique, the appreciation of the theme. That's what matters in art, not if it's pretty or not. And the problem with social media is that it's making art and artists to force us to tell you that, look, my work is pretty and you must give me a like because my work is pretty, because you like it. That's why you give likes. You give likes because you like it, because you visually like it, not because you um, theoretical like it. You like the theory, you like the arguments. No, you're just waiting your little small percentage of dopamine to please you. And this is maybe a general invitation for my fellow artists to think, to find a way to express art, to endorse art, to make people understand that it's not about prettiness, or it's not the only thing that you valorate in art. But the thing is, how do you make them valorate it? How do you make it work? So people get educated, so people get some more cultural content and not just mere entertainment, not just a reel of you. Look how fast I do this. I hate that. I genuinely hate reels that are super speed process of some work, any work. I don't like it. I don't know if you like it, but I really don't like it because for me it's disrespect for the process. We are passing the 1 hour and 40 minutes walk, and I haven't found any whispering woods new biome. At this point, I will just have finished to build my entire bases, and that spooky mob will have no repercussions in my way of playing. Again, Mojang, great idea with a packed execution. You have fear. You have fear to break the game again, to completely change it, revamp it. Because the truth is, this game is already finished. The only thing that we want is an end update, an overall of all biomes, and that's it. We never want a sniffer. We never want an LA. We never wanted a mob boat. We never wanted a lot of unnecessary things that just don't make any sense. Is this game in constant development, or is this just a free DLC? I don't understand. Why do you keep pushing all these updates? I don't get it. Why? It's just to make the game still relevant? Oh no, a jungle biome. Again, an always problematic biome with a lot of entities. And in any case, this complaint could even get to notch. I mean, Minecraft beta was great. Why are you trying to make this realistic? I don't understand. It's a video game. I want the game to be impossible, to have an impossible architecture or terrain generation. That is completely incredible. That makes me build incredible things. And the thing is that even in this game there is no gravity in the most cases, and still people place pillars and supports on their builds. Why do you do that? Your house is never gonna fall. There is no gravity in this game. So that's the problem with bringing the idea to this game, that it has to be realistic. If terrain is realistic, then your buildings must be realistic, and that breaks the creativity. So the terrain generation must be and should be completely fantastic. Maybe some biomes, some surface biomes should extend up to the bedrock, and some caves should be, quite huge up to the sky, or maybe adding some more amazing cliffs. At the end, I'm just giving an opinion because I know myself. Even if this game gets to be that way, I will just playing a little bit. I'll just get bored. I'll delete that word and I'll do another thing. And maybe from time to time I'll just reopen my beta world. And I think that was a good direction of the game. I do think that hunger is a good system, but it needs a little tweak. Just a little tweak. Maybe just hunger should be independent. I don't know. Right now I'm talking about Minecraft more than art. Is it relevant? Does it apport anything to the conversation? But at the end, that's the point also, because if you are trying to take a work of art in a pop or a cultural reference, then you need to address that cultural theme that you are using, right? I mean, that's kind of the reflection I could get out of this. Yes, I'm making art with Minecraft, and it is not the first thing that I do. I also have in my Jesus Christ, at what moment I get this high? I have a pair of works in Minecraft in my Instagram profile that are way older, like 5 years older, of making a pair of quotes about minimalistic artist, minimal artist, I mean. I hope I don't die. And quoting them in a Minecraft world. I mean, kind of simple. Again, also minimalistic, but I think they were cool. They were some nice works. And then again, the question arises: do I take myself very seriously or not? How do I... Okay, let me change my point of view. How serious you need to be in order to work with pop or cultural references. how much do you have to know them? An artist that don't play with Minecraft should do art with Minecraft? Or only those who play Minecraft? Do I have seeds? No, I left them. Oh, okay, so that's why I need them. Well, whatever. Well, thanks to simply optimized, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to play, because these huge mountains or cliffs or whatever, hills, my game will just be crashing. So right now I got a question in my head. If I just play Minecraft, just regular Minecraft, without just walking and talking, it still will be art? I mean, I don't want to do that. I mean, it's homework for the viewer. If you want to do it, do it. I don't want to do it. If you're an artist and you kind of have that question in your head, proceed. But I will do it. Is this huge enough? Oh, this is very small. I hope I don't die, because if I die, well, I'll take another path. Jesus Christ, and even it's bigger. There's a bigger mountain there. At the end, I'm still accomplishing the idea. I'm just walking and talking. And that's another thing. Precisely, in contemporary art, specifically, you cannot copy. It's very strange. What you can do is to reflect the work of some artists, and then making your own apportations. That you can do. But what you cannot do is to copy or mimic the exact same work. I mention this because it's funny in the way that sometimes when people critique contemporary art, they say, "Oh, this is something even I can do," or "Oh, this is something even a child can do." Okay, and artists sometimes tend to answer, "Well, then do it yourself. Yes, you can also be an artist. You can also do this too. Fine, then I'll do it." Once, but if I'm an artist and I genuinely copy another contemporary artist, for example, that will become a scandal. That will become a huge problem of plagiarism, you know, and it is very strange. It is strange now that I think about it. It is strange indeed. Mea culpa, my friends, mea culpa, because I vote for the glow squid. But I was not rigged. I was misled by the trailer. In the trailer, they put it as if the glow squid kind of hypnotized you, and that's what felt appealing to me. I thought that the glow squid would, hypnotize you in when you were exploring caves. Jesus Christ, that's what I didn't want to happen. What I was saying, that I thought the glow squid would have hypnotized you once you were in waters inside caves, and that would force you to drown. And I found it very, very dangerous. And I thought, well, that would be a great idea, and that's why I vote for the glow squid, because in the trailer they portray it as such. Well, this is a huge fall. It's so weird. It looks so weird. It looks like those mods, the black hole, and like if the black hole were in the middle. There's nothing there. It's just a huge fall. It looks kind of cool. And this huge wall here, it's kind of funny. But yeah. And my first experience playing Minecraft. I mean, I'm not that older playing the game. I started playing on 1.14.4 when PewDiePie made his series. I watched it, and I was precisely searching for an endless game because I used to play a game called Blades of Exile from Spiderweb. I hugely recommend you that game, and if you find someone that supported the 64-bit, I will be deeply grateful, because that is a retro game. So I bring this game out because that game feels endless, and it is a very, very, very old game, but it is kind of endless, especially Exile 3. I remember playing the demo, just the demo of the game, and it was huge, huge the generosity of the developer, and huge the demo. I spent like 3 months just playing the demo of Exile 3 Ruined World, and the replayability of Exile 3 and Blaze of Exile, it's enormous. And I was, just missing that aspect of endless game. And I was chatting with my cousin, and he kind of mentioned Terraria. And oddly, I started playing Terraria just a week earlier before Minecraft. And then I saw PewDiePie playing Minecraft, and I was like, wow, this is endless. This is what I was looking for. And oh boy, my mistake was to watch the wiki. I hate games that force you to watch the wiki, that you cannot deduce for yourself, that there is no elements inside the game that directs you towards something. And that is a problem also with Minecraft, that you need to watch the wiki in order to understand how it works. There is some things that are just simply inaccessible. I mean, if I were just keep playing on 1.14.4 at this day alone without knowing, I wouldn't be in the nether ever. I wouldn't even dare to imagine that there is something there or how to access it. There will be no indicatives, nor even to mention the end. Maybe just playing this a lot of years, maybe in 6 years, and just playing one single world. Maybe just after digging and digging and digging and playing a lot of games, I would have found that stronghold, and maybe I would just have found this end portal, and maybe, just maybe, I could deduce that there is something there. But Minecraft alone does not provide you the necessary tools to know it, to fully understand it. It's not very user friendly. It relies on social context. So I detour a little bit, but the thing is that also in my first time playing this game, I remember being in a boat and in a river, a small river, and I saw the squids, and I got scared because they are scary. They are kind of creepy. I know that we are now used to them, but I remember when I let me just check. Okay, this continues. I'm sorry, I had a little problem with the audio. Nothing too big, just that I misclick something. So I had to start a new recording. But everything is fine, I hope. So what I was saying is that the squids kind of frightened me the first time that I was playing. I thought they were hostile and that they would drag me in the water. So when the glow squid came out for the boat, I thought that it would have been also hostile, and that I found that very attractive, and that's why I vote for it. Not because of Dream, no, it wasn't because of him, but what he did was wrong precisely, and what George did next year was also wrong. He rigged for LA. I don't understand the LA. I never use it. Nobody used it. The copper golem was more useful. At least it was, you know, some piece of decorative. But the LA does nothing. Nobody uses it. Maybe you'll say, I use it. Okay. If you have got to this part of the video, well, congratulations. But no, nobody uses the LA. And wow, this is cool. Maybe I should walk a little bit inside. But yeah, the Iceologer would be a better addition for these huge mountains, you know, rewards for searching for the huge mountains. Instead now it's just like, okay, it's kind of cool and they are cool, but it's just that there is no more appeal in that. You saw one, you kind of saw them all. And that's, by the way, the charm of Minecraft Beta, because you always kind of find something different. And that kept the game always fresh. And the caves update should also have been that way. But right now this is an excess. For me this is excessive. There are just too many huge caves. There are just so many. And the Minecraft, you know, OG, well, not the OG are from Alpha, but the cave seems I don't think I can. The cave seems release are all the same. Do I have water? Yes, I do have water. I'll just mark the exit. 2 torches. What I was saying? I don't know. I just lost it. Wow, whoa, whoa, look at this. 3 cave spider spawners. Oh, diamond. No. It's the same? Oh, no, it's the same. Well, Benjamin, if you ever get to see this, I bet you didn't think that you would ever get to walk into something like this. And if you do it, make it in company. With company. Just drink my water. This is truly frightening. When I first found a mine shaft and I found this that I didn't place, it was truly spooky. This is spooky. It truly feels that there is someone there. I don't know if Minecraft is more scary in peaceful. I don't play it in peaceful, mainly because you regenerate your life. But I know that there are some mods out there that even in peaceful you have to eat. So maybe I'll try it one day. But just the idea of, you are playing in peaceful, nothing should be there, and then you find it. Well, thank you for the chests. Did you hear that? That's what I said. Okay, what is this? Okay. But if you're playing in peaceful, then the idea of I'm alone is stronger, and strange sounds must be spookier. And by the way, that's why I also like the beta version of Minecraft more than the newer ones, because it is more scarier. It's the unintentional fear. I don't think it's unintentional fully. It does have some intention, because fear is stronger when you as player didn't knew it was intentional. But when you play, this is something that has been said a lot of time. I'm just rephrasing it. If you play a spooky game, you are, alert. You know what to expect, or kind of. But being scared in Minecraft is something that shouldn't be there, and that's what makes it more spooky, more genuinely, and you get more scared genuinely. Jesus Christ, I admit. And I was thinking I shouldn't be falling there, and I fall. Okay. This is what I was looking for. Okay. Using a lot of torches just to get one torch. Fantastic. Just if we get some more parrots. Okay, woof. Perfect. I didn't got lost. By the way, there should be a config to make those sounds pop out more often. This is what I'm saying. You know, I mean peaceful. There shouldn't be anything unusual. But there is. There is. It's kinda cool. I mean scary, but cool. Okay, this might work. I don't know if I want this. I'm not sure. What's this? It is funny how we changed to talking about art, and it almost looks like a regular gameplay, but it is not. Just almost. Anyway, I was hoping to find some huge caves. Or maybe I just got used to them. The unexpected. How could this be art? It's not that Minecraft is art. It's not that. It's not that just because this random dude is playing this art. And it's not that. It doesn't work that way. But rather because it is inserted. Because it is being placed there. I remember my teacher of contemporary art explaining those, the easy way to understand the difference. You know what's the difference between professional football and, asking for what you play with your friends? precisely that simple and that the professional football playing professional fields and the professional players, and with arbiters and all that stuff. Meanwhile, you play football with your friends. It's just that. Playing football with your friends. I don't know, I was thinking in... I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. So maybe if we insert this into a professional museum, contemporary museum, maybe they'll say, okay, this is art. Well, it's not just like that. It's not just because of the museums that something is art. I'm saying this specifically to, people that gets mad. Oh, now this is also art. Then I have been doing art for the whole life. No. Because the intention is different. Okay, now is walking and talking and mining. And since the intention is different, then they are not the same thing. So no, playing Minecraft is not art. What is art is the discussion that could appear in regard of the theme that we are using. Jesus Christ, I think that I'll get lost if I... Is that it? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, at least there is sunlight there. By the way, I need water. And I read some artists have made that, or to have argue with that little characteristic. Oh, what makes art is the intention. You have a how is it called? Manzoni, this Italian, you know, that canned his shits, and now that's art. It's kind of the same thing. So remember, artists work with questions. We work with questions. We are not just saying things just because. I'm not saying, oh, you know, what I do is art and fuck it. No, it's not that. I'm not saying that. I'm just having questions here. Questions for myself. Questions that can be shared. Questions in regards of art. And these questions can be done with anything. And this anything means anything. Truly anything. Jesus Christ. What? Okay. That's a nice challenge for those fancy lovers of making content for Minecraft, you know. Beat the game without seeing the UI. Okay. Okay. There you have it. You can do that too. So the world is there for it to be used. I mean, the end painting is made with rocks, with pulverized rocks, and some materials to make them, you know, be the painting. But at the end is rock. Rock in fabric, rock in some organic material. And it is placed in a way that you as human understands what it's seeing, an illusion, a visual illusion. But at the end we are using the world to express something with a specific language. And art is a language. Now it's a huge language. It's a language that has a lot of connotations and a lot of ways to be expressed. And doing this and maybe claiming that this is art is not trying to say, you know, playing Minecraft is art. No, I'm not saying that. I am using this thing that is on the world at display for me to be used as a way to speak with the language of art. And this is kind of, for me right now, it feels kind of lame. I don't know if I didn't get something out of this. I mean, it's just something that I had curiosity to do, because I worked a lot of time ago, and you know, it's kind of nice work, and in a way I first recognize the creator. I'm not appropriating his work. Instead, I'm choosing to make a, let me just to make a discussion here, to take a dialogue more with him than with anyone else. I mean, at the end, everyone is welcome to to join the conversation, but I want to talk to him and to his work with this little action here. Even if the answer is no, this is no art, I will be satisfied. I will be happy with that answer, because what he's doing, we know it's art, and I wanted to push the question. Okay, you are walking and talking. I will walk and talk in Minecraft. It's still art. I mean, I know that the action of walking and talking is not art for itself alone. It's by all the implications. It's by all the things that surround it. I know. In the same regard, I am also taking walking and talking and, subverting it into other things that are also in regard of art. Funny, this guy. Okay. Okay. We do need seeds, just in case we find more parts. These kind of books are just so funny. A path and a planted seed. Let me just. That's Boomy. That's my cat. It's just so funny. Look at this. When I found these villages, they are just okay. Thank you, water. You just destroy it. But at the end, this is the most genuine environment of Minecraft, the one that you barely touch, except from stealing their torches. Look, this one is so cool. This is so strange. It's not even next to a field of nothing. This is so cool. Okay, let me just okay, no, that's not what I wanted to do. 3. Okay, so these are the coordinates. Well, we are very far away. They are breaking now. What's happening? This is so cool. This is so cool. This is an impossible thing. Okay, it's raining. It's not raining, but it's raining. Let me just see if there is okay, there are seeds here. So that explains what's down there, but still, look at all this. I mean, what is going on? Why there is no... This is so strange. These biomes and these jungles, I mean, these biomes and these villages are always strange. It's kind of cool. Another thing that I would like them to add is the possibility to have more abandoned villages. Just so you can config how much do you want to have. They are so cool, and yeah, more needs to be added. So anyway, He is walking and talking in Minecraft. Still art? That is the question. Another question, another layer, is how much or how far can you push taking someone else's work and make something new about it? Or how much can you take to push the the discussion? What's the limit between discussion and stealing? I mean, I'm not the first one doing that. I know I'm not the first, but we always, and I also want to mention that we artists do questions, but the question can be done in many different ways. Even the same question can be done in a different language, and that's interesting too. Because I don't know if you knew about these artists that just take, publications from Instagram and then take them as self for himself and claim they were their work and they were sufficiently manipulated to be an original work. I mean, that kind of debate. I mean, the answer could be easy here. Actually, we could actually argue that this is kind of different. This is different. This is no appropriation because I'm also acknowledging the creator, and I'm also mentioning in him just because, just maybe, if you see this and you don't know who Benjamin Bennett is, well, he is the creator of Walking and Talking. A series of artists, or I mean, a series of artist proposal in regard of performance, happening, discussions, and what another village up to here. Let's find out more crazy stuff. Is Benjamin work also public? I mean, all art is public art, but the only impression that I have from him is that he does not take in consideration these things again about social media. Because yes, he do mixed live transmissions and such, but he does not. I don't feel that the live transmission is the theme of the argument, or at least I don't remember, or I don't have seen any video about him speaking about that, about the idea of I am walking and talking, and I am talking to you through this medium, and I want to make a reflection about that. I don't recall that, but that's the only thing that I will maybe kinda, I don't know if complain is the word. I will point out. That's the word. I will just point out that he's missing a little bit, and it's funny because at the end we artists, we are also obviously, I mean, we are in society, we must use social media too, but that is the debate. I mean, you use social media and you try to force, and that becomes necessary for your artist language, again, like I will wait, or you simply ignore it, like Benjamin does, in the way that there is no room in his speech for the debate. That's the only thing that I think that he is missing. I once was present in one of his lips. I think so, and I don't remember him reading the comments, or correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not remember him. I mean, I haven't seen too much. I have seen some parts, but I do not remember him reading the comments. So how do you integrate reading the comments into the field, into the art discussion? I mean, because at the end we could talk about how is it called, social plastic. Social plastic, is that the word in English? Is that the correct term? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how to integrate it completely. But maybe if you take that concept about social plastic, maybe you could integrate the leave comments into the action. I don't want to go to the rain, but I don't want to use commands. We'll just go. I hope that you, maybe I'll just turn the audio louder, or maybe I'll just go down the audio of the rain. Yeah, maybe that's the solution. Thinking in plastic, social sculpting, social plastic. I don't know the word. To integrate the comment section on Leaf for it to be interesting. Now, as you can see, I have almost 3 hours playing this game, and I haven't seen any new biome. No cherry blossom, no mangrove swamp, no this pale wood. Yeah, I remember now. Pale wood garden. That shit. I haven't seen none of those 3 in all these 3 hours. I mean, the mushroom field is rare. I will not complain about that. But the new ones, they should be a little bit more frequent. Since the addition of temperature on the works, it is impossible to find new biomes. You need to explore thousands and thousands of blocks, hours and hours of just exploring. I mean, exploring is good. Right now I do enjoying it because I'm not searching for anything. I'm not searching those biomes. I'm just walking and expecting to be amazed, and that's it. I'm not expecting anything else. But when you are in a regular gameplay and you want that biome, it's not there, and it's absurd. It's just absurd. It's and this is the problem with temperature placement of biomes, because some biomes extend for just too much, and they do this because of the sake of realism. What are you talking about realism? There are cubes. This is cubes. This is a cube world. I can build my house in an hour. Where in the world I can do that? There is no realism in that. The reality is that you need to go to college to get a degree, maybe, and even then, it is not possible to guarantee to have a job and to have a home. And now you're telling me that this is, you know, realism? What are you talking about? This is not realism. If I'm able to build my house and a castle in just a few hours, that's not realism at all. It is not realism that I can fight a dragon. Dragon don't exist. Is this a new village? So stop searching for realism in Minecraft. It doesn't work. It's a video game. I want this game to be rare, to be not realistic. Is that oh my goodness, let me just put you the seed. This is so cool. Look at this. I mean, I'm complaining and then I'm so cool. Wow, this is so cool, huh? Well, there are some good things about this game indeed. I mean, the majority. But the biome placement is awful. Look, it's the majority is just a regular forest biome. But since it's just a little bit in touch with this biome extended, it's kind of okay. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. Why? So here are the coordinates. So cool. I like when that happens, and when biome placement is not in regard of temperature, more crazy stuff happens. We want to see more crazy stuff. This looks cool, man. This is cool. Look at this. Almost this could be called Tenochtitlan. This, you know, this is like chinampas. Chinampas are cool. This is like a chinampa. The city in the lake. By the way, note aside, I'm more convinced now that we Mexicans, we must feel more proud of being the successful Tlaxcaltecas, you know, the ones that got rid of their Mexica oppressors. We must have a change of thinking. We must think different. The way of thinking different is that I just recently saw a post that do have sense that after the colonization, the Tlaxcaltecas tribes, well, they thrive, and it is more likely that we have Tlaxcalteca blood in our veins than Mexica's blood. So, we must change the paradigm. We must stop identifying ourselves as the defeated Mexicas. We must start to identify ourselves as the victorious Tlaxcaltecas, the ones who get rid of their oppressors twice on their history. This is not outside, but I wanted to mention it. It is important. It is very important. Because, and it is not just for us, it is for all Latin America. That we must stop thinking about we were conquered. We were not conquered. We were descendants. And if we were more objective, we were today, we are not conquered. We are not conquered. We are descendants of some people that got conquered by some other people who were conquerors. And then the conquered became free. And we're still very I don't know the word. We have complex. We still believe that we are conquered. We still believe that we are just a fading culture. That is not possible. We must change the way that we think. And by the way, stop celebrating Cinco de Mayo. That's not our Independence Day. Please, stop. And don't say Dia de los Muertos. We do not say that. We say Dia de Muertos. Without the los. I always mention it every opportunity I have. Do not say Dia de los Muertos. Okay? If you know Spanish and if you know the rules in Spanish, that los is just not, it doesn't have to be there. It's just Dia de Muertos. Please, thank you. By the way, this is why another reason why I only play in 1.16.5. First, because copper is a pointless mineral. It's just so forced. Why did they add it? For no reason, just for the sake of adding it. Because they didn't have anything more to add. That makes no sense. That's the main reason. And maybe the second reason could be that the dripstone caves, you know, the stalagmites and the stalactites, should have been of all the blocks, you know, like the quark mod, that they add a lot of stalagmites and stalactites. So it should be the same for this. Okay, now I don't know where to go. We're in the mark of the 3 hours. And no pale garden. I have found a lot of these dark woods biomes and no pale garden. Maybe if I cross the ocean, maybe I found something. But it shouldn't be that way, only that, oh, if you cross the ocean, you've maybe found something. That's just so lame. Ah, yes. The classic floating vine. A classic. So yeah, copper should have their tools. Maybe just the tools. I mean, no armor like the wood and the stone. No armor. Okay, fine. But add it. I know that it will be a lot of controversial if you remove the stone tools. But the copper tools should be the replacement for the stone tools. And the wood tools should be replaced by flint tools. I mean it's kind of obvious, but I know that you will not do that. If Mojang is listening, they will not listen, but anyway, yeah, I have to return. But these little islands are cool. So that's why I play 1.16.5, because the other expansions are more useless. What? Nothing. Oh, that's another thing. They should add unique items for the ordinary trader, and they should also conditionate the respawn rate. If you kill another, then they should not spawn as frequent. But in order to do that, they should give them good things to trade. Did I really walk that direction? I don't know. But imagine you have good trades, and if you kill a wandering trader, they take more time to respawn. Simple as that. And I do made the mistake of deleting my first words. I really regret that. And also that's why I keep playing 1.16.5, because the volume generator there is the same as 1.14.4. So hopefully one day I'll get at least one of those ports. And I truly miss. I do have nostalgia for those first playthroughs, because you don't know the game. You take more risk, or take more precautions regularly, and you made your own judgments and your own deductions about the game, what harms you, what not. But I know it's very hard to design something like that, you know. Imagine having some way to add variation to a lot of things, like the duration of the crafting of tools. I think there is a mod out there that does that, right? But still, maybe the light level, maybe the behavior of mobs, maybe the behavior of mobs. I mean, and every time you open a new world, it's a different experience. You know, the mobs behave different, the blocks behave different, the food heals you different, the the materials are crafted differently. But of course, in order to do that, you need a few materials. You need few things. The amount of materials that are right now in the game is just too much. You couldn't do that. Maybe you could do it if you with a data pack, maybe, or something. That maybe in some cases skeletons have bows, maybe crossbows sometimes, maybe swords, and you change it. So you never know what to expect. Sometimes you find a skeleton and guess what? Now he doesn't apply hunger on you. Maybe he applies poisoning. Maybe, and that will keep it always fresh. That will keep you always in constant caution that you will not take for granted any mob or any enemy. That you will always be wanting to explore. What in the name? Ooh, that's so cool, but not as cool as Caverna Magica. But it's very cool. I mean, I had been trying to give feedback in the Minecraft page, and they always delete my suggestions for the most dumb reasons. Because you should not speculate by the mob vote. That's why with your post, or you should not do whatever. And sometimes I read some comments or some suggestions that they are even rude. They use offenses, and they left that comments in the Minecraft feedback page. I don't understand. I don't understand why they delete mine. How long has this savannah been? It's just too huge. It's just so realistic for them. You have to walk at thousands of kilometers just to have a variation of the biome that you are in. It's so dumb. Oh, look how many ores are here. Okay. I am getting tired, but I'm committed to reach the 4 hours. And I don't want to stop. But I am committed. And that's another thing that's admiring from Benjamin's work. He is committed to his work, and that's why sometimes he talk about the pointlessness of things. Maybe because he finds himself sometimes trapped on his own thoughts about if he's really doing something with this. I don't know. Maybe he'll answer, maybe he will not answer. But you are acknowledged, Benjamin. You are acknowledged. And I think that's the thing that we must do as artists. We must more than just support. It's like validate ourselves. You know, since contemporary art, I mean, we are doing contemporary art in this moment, but still, since the rise of contemporary art, I mean, we get ourselves very charmed by the idea of, yes, you know, art is not only the artist, it's about collaboration and blah blah blah, and then you get the curator, and now the one that claims what's art or not is the curator. It's stupid. I mean, for me, the curators are just whatever. They just make things like you know, like jelly. You know, they make them to glue together. But how is it called, this thing? It's not a jelly, the substance that's used in jelly. I don't know the translation in English, but in any case, I mean, you do need someone that gives cohesion to your work. But suddenly these guys have entitled themselves to say what's art and what is not art, and they tricked us artists very cleverly to 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 make us be just a tool, when we used to say, yes, now artists, we say what is art, and then the curators come and say, yeah, sure, yeah, sure, like this episode of Black Mirror, you know, where the guy is the second episode of the first season, of the guy that's at the end for the show, he just acts as if he were about to commit suicide, and everyone like, oh yes, 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 content about that. But at the end, it's just not authentic, and it's just not just a facade, a masquerade. I don't know the words. It's the same, you know. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The curators tell us, oh yes, yes, you are an artist, and you say what's art. But the truth is, it's just for complacent to us, and we must reclaim that. And the way to reclaim that is validating ourselves, to acknowledge other artists, because at the end, maybe that's also the problem with art in these days. You know, some people do collectives, and that's okay, but we should go beyond that. We should, and I know the fear. I understand the fear, because if you see the work of someone else, you will not see my work, or you will not have time, because we're just so many. But hey, panda. And this is the one with the nose. He's with the flu. Oh. This is the first time that I feed a panda in Minecraft. And it's this one. Very lucky. I don't know if it's biome dependent. Wait, what am I doing? But in any case, these are the coordinates. And what am I saying? Yes, we must acknowledge ourselves. Acknowledge. Being able to say, hey, I'm an artist and I have this little audience, and I acknowledge this other artist. I acknowledge his work. I acknowledge what he's doing. He's not being ignored. We must not expect to feel, or let me rephrase, we must not feel that we are only watched if a gallery or a curator or a famous magazine made by curators and museographists put our names there. We must not wait that. We are validated by ourselves and by other artists. And somehow this walking and talking in Minecraft is an acknowledge of Benjamin's work. It's my way of saying, yes, you are doing a good job. You are doing a good job. Your work is not past just ignored. I never knew this. Since I never knew it, let's apply the classic. Nothing here. That's all? This is the treasure? It's so good. This is cool. I mean, why the hidden treasure has less interesting stuff? I don't understand. But yeah, that's the thing. And one thing that other thing that happens with contemporary art is that how far you have to pretend that you are not in the world, and you must commit yourself to the work instead of just saying, I am here, and just break character in a way. I mean, let's be honest, even when we do traditional art, we break the process. Sometimes you get bored, or sometimes you are hungry, or sometimes whatever. So why not doing the same thing here? I wouldn't commit myself to talk 4 hours straight about only art, and not taking the opportunity to talk about Minecraft stuff that bothers me. Ah, a parrot. So we were. So another absurd thing, but in regard of this is funny. Let's see if they catch me. I don't think so. Well, Benjamin, I bet you wouldn't have two parrots in your shoulders while walking and talking. But yeah, this commitment to just be in the work, to never break character. That's something that kind of bothers me a little bit about art. And again, it's the same thing as with Ai Weiwei. He can never break character. His post always has to do with art, somehow, some way. They cannot be his opinions independent from his artist persona. You know, it always has to have layers. At the end, I do like layers in art. I like it, but yeah, sometimes it's not very good. It's not very. At the end, it's just like putting yourself in a box, and that's the thing where social media precisely could add something. You're talking to an audience, and you are reacting to your environment, especially in these kind of actions. And that's another funny question here. Are these is this walking and talking an action, or is this not? I mean, at the end, I'm sitting and I'm aware, and I'm talking, and I'm, using my mouse and such. But is this an action? see how many jungles we have found, how many savannas and how many plains, and from all those only once we found a huge horrific cold biome, huge, and then after that we haven't found anything else. Just the regulars, forest biomes, and those are tiny. I mean, the middle biomes, those are the ones that should be huge. So in order to in between have the colds and the warms more easily, more frequent. I mean, these biome, for example, should be bigger. Or the ones that are bigger are the ones with temperature. I don't understand. I don't know if is that a desert? I haven't found a desert. Not to mention a red sand desert. I haven't found any meseta, any. And it's a warm biome. It just becomes so boring to explore because the terrain is so plain. Just suddenly you find these mountains. Okay, but they are the same mountains over and over again. See, another savanna. The only ones that are interesting to me are the plains, other revamps of the plains, in which now they are monstrous and they have this interesting kind of mountains or hills or whatever. Those are interesting. But besides from those, look, this is so plain. I don't want to see this biome over and over and over again for the past 5,000 blocks. It's just absurd. It makes no sense. Just a way to stretch the talking here. Maybe a little rant here, but still doesn't matter. Another important thing is artists must not be always complacent. Okay, I think I already got tired about these little fellas. Goodbye. Another ravine. Another, but it is flooded. How cute is that? That was sarcasm. I mean, walking and talking could have been more interesting in Minecraft beta. I will not do another. It's just that those are way more interesting. Way more interesting biomes. I really don't want to use a boat here. Let me just... This was fun. I like it. I don't know if it's art or not. I don't know if it's certainly it's not entertainment. I don't know if it's useful, but I had fun. I had fun doing this. Also because I'm just so tired that, feeling the pressure of you open a new world and you are just kind of forced to start building. I mean, that's the point of a game. You know what you're into, and even in Minecraft beta, I mean, but it is precisely more related to the urge. You have to survive, and right now, in the state of Minecraft, it's just so dilute. So, is that a word? I don't know. It doesn't feel that in your first night you are surviving. You can go fast mining fast, and you can enter a cave. You can spend just a few days without sleeping. It doesn't matter. And then you build something, maybe another bamboo forest. There had been like 3 or 4, right? Jesus Christ. I don't like this biome. I don't like this biome. More because of the once the lag, and 2 it's just so compressed. I mean the jungle in general. You need to clear a lot in order to consider to have something here. Wait, I was thinking one thing. I need to finish this in the nether, right? How can I should be walking and talking and I'm not in the nether? Wait a second. And we only have half an hour. Let me just see if I can... No, I can't. And I passed through many portals, right? Oh man, and I haven't found any now. And also the biomes are just so separated from each other, and yes, that rebound that they are trying to do to the villages, that they sell specific things in biomes, okay, but you know how much I will, even knowing the location of all the biomes that you want me to build, they are just so far away. I think I just found a swamp a lot of time ago and it was just so tiny. How far you have to go in order to get into the biome that you are looking for, just to get a mending book, for example. I mean, it's too much work. For starters, I mean, I understand that enchantments are a mistake for some people. I need a portal. Now I'm looking for something. Well, it doesn't matter, it's not necessary. I mean, I just wanted to... I mean, I have commands active, so I could just give me what I need. Now, what is... This does look cool, huh? walking and talking and searching. See this massive jungle. Why do I want to explore the same thing again? Some biomes are just so boring because of that fear of making it look spectacular, to making it look absurd, unrealistic. Another weird thing, I mean, it's from Notch itself. I mean, it's very old, but still, that farm animals are roaming widely. That doesn't make any sense too. I mean, you do not find cows in nature. Do not find pigs. You do not find chicken. You do not find sheep. What you find is goats and boars and uros. And finally, after 3.5 hours, a mangrove swamp. And it is in a. It seems like a lonely island. It looks intimidating. Want to see some frogs. It is so weird, it's just so random. A patch in the middle of the ocean. Mangroves are in coasts. Here in Mexico, mangroves are vital. And we know the seals. We know how they are. No, their greed. And their greed is just for having more beaches. Let's just destroy the mangroves. Ah, how fun. Haha. And then they are weeping, please government save us because we destroyed the mangrove that are the natural, blocks for the waves and the tides and such. And they just destroy them. Because they want their money and their pretty beaches instead of thinking for themselves how to make mangroves look appealing, to preserve the Jesus Christ, the greed of human beings. Just I just cannot with that. Praise Luigi, because what he did, we are so colonized and we are so dependent to believe that justice is only available in the Roman status, Roman societies based. But the truth is that justice comes with more than just arrest. Greed is a sin. Greed is a crime, and it's a crime because it destroys human life. It destroys other people just for the sake of their own profit. And it is so pathetic. And those people will never get the justice they deserve because they are living in a context and in a society where it is allowed, where rules are written by them. And yes, rules are written by them. All their lobbies, all the favors, the political favors. But it should be a crime. And I'm not being socialist. nor trying to be socialist. I do believe in private property, and I do believe in the rewards of personal work. I do believe in having something for your own, because not works are, I mean, how can I phrase it? Not all efforts are the same, and certainly if you work hard, you will get some things. Maybe some people precisely like video games, maybe other people like superhero things, maybe other people want, you know, having a tower in their house, and they have the right, everyone has the right to have what they want. That is okay. But what is not okay is to extend that to the point where you destroyed someone else's life just to benefit you from it. And that doesn't apply to you and me. That apply only to them. Only to these greedy, not just the CEOs. They are just the face. But the board table, the investors, the bankers. I mean, I'm kind of glad for the things that are happening right now in the world. Not because I'm glad for the bad things, but because we are finally starting to see again the problems. I remember when I was a teen, 18, 19, it was when Disney started to buy Star Wars and ESPN and Marvel, and we were just like, this company is greedy. It always has been greedy. It always has been greedy. He is trying to do a monopoly here. And if you are young and you are watching this, you do not know that you are already born with that knowledge. For you, it's natural to think Disney, Star Wars. Okay, that's normal. Not for me. Not for us. That's not normal. They are having a monopoly there. They own, I think, Fox too. They own a lot of things. They own the rules, and suddenly you clap them because they put a gay couple or a LGBT character in their show. I mean, come on, please think. It's like Minecraft. Minecraft have a lot of problems, a lot of their customer service is shit. I cannot access my account in Bedrock. I mean, I have the launcher. I have my my official account. I have Bedrock and Java in that account. Once I launch the game in Bedrock, oh sorry, you cannot access your account. You need to open session. What do you mean I have to open session? I already have it open. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. And I tried to restart the game, and I tried a lot of things. I know they just cannot. I should have grabbed. Jesus Christ! I should have grabbed it, right? I like that kitty. Well, bad luck. And the same thing with chat report. Everyone got mad about that. And the new EULA, EULA, sorry, I say it in Spanish. And we have reasons to get mad about that. And still, people just forgot because they add a cape of LGBT. What? Why do you get forgot these companies, these CEOs, these absurdities, just because they put something that you think is revolutionary? It is not revolutionary to have a sexual preference, nor to manifest it. I mean, the Greeks the ancient Greeks used to say that the most pure love is the one made by two men, and they were, you know, machist. I don't know the word because they only speaking from men to men, because there is no real sex there. Because when you love a woman, you you kind of want to have kids. Wait. This look cool, huh? But the pure love is the one give to from men to men. That's what Greeks used to think. It's not new. It is ancient. So it is not revolutionary to feel attracted to your same sex. It is not revolutionary to be a man and to wear pink, because pink used to be color for men 200, 300 years ago, and blue used to be the color for women 200, 300 years ago, because pink was related to violence and is a warm color, an active color, and blue is associated with a warm, I mean a cold, more calm colored, and it was associated to women, so it was changed, and now you're trying to change it back again. I mean, it makes no sense. So you need to be aware of the context. It feels for you that way because sometimes you feel that your life is way uh, longer. You have lived a lot of time, and that your reality is the reality of humanity, but it is not true. So in that sense, please do not follow Disney. Please do not follow Disney just because they put LGTB character in Star Wars. The witches of feminism. Come on, dude. Please. They are CEOs. Aren't we not understanding? Finally, someone took justice, took on his hands, did the right thing, and you still want to believe that having a feminist witch in Star Wars is something that the CEOs of Disney must be different. They are not greedy. They those rich people are not bad. Come on, dude. Please. No. The Leviathan have a right hand and a left hand, and they are both owned by the same Zionist. They are owned by the same Zionist in order to cause dispute between ourselves, between the society. George Soros? Just look what nationality or what religion he have. Maybe he's not so great, and even though he claims that he's against Zionism, he's not. He's the left hand of the major plan in order to maintain society divided. And the solution is not to be against us. If you are from the left, search friends from the right, and if you are from the right, search friends from the left. Do not allow that political views destroy your friendships. Do not allow it. Be more mature. Do not allow the CEOs, do not allow the Zionists, do not allow them to win, because we once were winning when Edward Snowden and Julian Assange and Anonymous were acting 50 years ago. we were starting to realize that we were not enemies between each other. The middle class and the low class, we are not enemies. We are on the same side. The real enemies are the ones that are way, way higher, way up there, that benefit from our behavior, from our disputes, from our fightings. You need to be aware of that at every moment of your life, every second. By the way, Anonymous is no longer Anonymous. They are just paramilitaries. They are not what they used to be. If Anonymous were still alive, one single Anonymous were still free, they would have attacked Israeli web pages a long time ago. They would have released the Epstein list already. The last time I saw them was like 4 or 5 years ago, and they were just like kind of obvious that they were just against Putin. I don't remember where was the last time they showed themselves. They were not real. They were just paramilitaries. They were just using the name of Anonymous. They are not Anonymous anymore. Anonymous no longer exists. That's why the thing that Luigi did was so huge, and yes, it is important. Do not let it to be just a meme. Act. For the love of God, act. And if you are in the United States, you are the one that can act against these CEOs and these corporatives and these lobbies. You know who I'm speaking to. Do it, because justice, and be aware, be more cautious, and do not trust McDonald's. It never has been good. It never was when they served meals for free for the Israeli militia, army. They are not good now, and they were never good 15 years ago, when this documentary about how those burgers are made, they have never been good. Never. You should not buy McDonald's. Never. Never again. Never again. Nor McDonald's, nor Coca-Cola, nor Pepsi, nor anything. You should not buy them. Yes, they have give themselves so much power, but the power they have is their own fault, because they have given so much power in money. They cannot force you to buy them. The same power they hold is their same weakness. It is so simple. That's why sometimes they use to, or they try to twist the speech to make us feel like it is our fault. It's the fault of the consumer. It is not about fault, it's about responsibility. We do have the responsibility, we do have the power and responsibility, not guilt. Power and responsibility. We have the power and responsibility to do something about it. We can and must stop buying products, their products, the things that they do, the things that they support. Just stop buying McDonald's, just stop buying Starbucks. Just buy them, and you'll see that they will change their politics and the way they behave in a glimpse of an eye. Just as quickly as that. With the power of the consumer is that. And do not allow them to change their speech, because this is not about guilt. This is not about you are guilty because you are buying them. No, because they are using their tools, their psychological tools, their propaganda, their publicity, in order to manipulate you, in order to copt you, to believe that it is your fault, while the truth is not about fault. is about power and responsibility, and you as customer have power and responsibility. You simply do not consume those things that cause harm. In the meantime, it is not your fault, because at the end, the ones that are acting in the wrong way is them, not us, is them. Now I change this a little bit. I extend it a little bit more. I think I wanted to to take this little opportunity here. I don't know if anyone will ever see this or get into this point, but at least it's up there, and the algorithm will know. In their transcription, they'll know. I know that they'll know. So AI a priori is not art. That you can do art with AI, yes, maybe you can, but a priori it is not art. And it does not frighten me in the art world. It is the least of the damage. More of the damage is when it's used in scams, or is used in something that can harm people, or it is used to manipulate the public opinion. That is the real problem of AI. That is the real problem. And you need, and we need now more than ever, to know how to investigate for ourselves the sources. Do not trust all that we see. We never should have trust in social media in the first place, but that is their goal. Understand something. AIs are pushed by the agenda because they want to discredit social media, because they know, and they always have known, that social media is where people can express themselves and where people can kind of join and kind of have access to information. And once you destroy the information, once you make it easy for everyone to manipulate information, is the way that you destroy the source, and that source is internet. So that is the goal. The real goal of AI is not to destroy art, is not even to facilitate the job for scammers. The real objective is to destroy internet, to make it a non-reliable source in any way. In 5 years from now on, internet will be synonymous of distrust, of falseness, of lie, of something that you can't trust. And they will have win, because they will have now again the power to, with the news on TV, say whatever they want, and they will have the power and the evidence to say, see, you cannot trust in internet because look, all these fake AI things made by this, the things that are happening in the Middle East are not true. Hamas is evil, the liberation of Palestinian people, they have some AI things made, and I know you, I know that you are listening to me. You, Zionists, you are the ones that are doing the fake AI things with the Palestinian people. in order to discredit them. I know it's you. It's nothing. It's no one else. It is you. I know you, and you will not win. You will never win, because arrogance is a sin. And the prince of this world, you know who it is, and you know who you are praying to. You are praying to the prince of arrogance, and you will not win, and you will be judged, because the prince of arrogance is the devil, and you think you are the chosen one. You are not. You are acting through greed, through arrogance, through selfishness, and you are breaking the 10 commitments. You shall not kill.